Let's work through some bond problems. So there'll be a sequence of video clips related to solving bond questions. We're going to do a couple of questions here that relate to when we buy or sell the bond on an interest payment date. This is the simpler type of bond question. Okay, so we have question 2 here. Okay. Question 2 is a $15,000, so it's giving us some idea of what the face value is. 2.5% bond, so that's the bond rate. Okay. It's distinguished from the market rate, bond rate. So 2.5% bond is purchased 6 years and 6 months before maturity to yield 3% semi-annually. So yield is the market rate of interest. If the bond interest is payable semi-annually, what is the purchase price of the bond? So essentially all we're doing, all this question asks is for the present value. It's just now we have a face value. So it's just a regular annuity. So we have an N, we have an I. I is the market rate, so that's 3%. We have present value, which is what we want to determine. We have the payment structure. As we know, that's going to be based off the bond rate. Face value is $15,000. Payment frequency, semi-annual, right? Okay, so that's 2 times per year, and compounding frequency also 2 times per year. So the first thing that we need to work out is how many coupon payments are remaining, N. So we get paid twice a year, and this bond has 6 years and 6 months left, so 6 years, 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 1 for the 6-month extra period. So we have a total of 13 payments remaining. 6 times 2 plus 1. Right? How many 6-month periods in 6.5 years? So you can also go 6.5 times 2. Also get to 13. Payment. Okay, now we have a 2% bond. So 0.025 divided by 2 because there are 2 payments per year, times by the face value of the bond. Okay, and we can punch that through and get the coupon payment. Once we have that, we can then solve for the purchase price. So we plug a little bit of math here, and we get about $187.50 is the coupon payment. Now, before we jump in and just solve for present value, a little bit of intuition here. The bond rate is 2.5%. The market is paying 3%. Our bond is a little less desirable. So we are suspecting and we are expecting that the purchase price will be less than the face value. Okay. So we're expecting a bond worth less, this bond to trade at or price to be less than $15,000. And when we do punch in the numbers, we get $14,560 and about 7 cents. There's a little bit more decimals there, but about 7 cents. Okay. So not too painful, just like a regular annuity. Question 6. So here we have a $25,000 7% bond rate is 7%, purchased 12 years before maturity, so 12 years remaining, to yield, let's see the word yield, thinking market rate here, 5% compounded semi-annually. If the bond interest is payable semi-annually, what is the purchase price of the bond? So we're finding present value again, and we have our standard pieces of information for any annuity of which bonds are a type of annuity. Okay, so how many payments do we have remaining? 12 years, payable, bond interest is payable semi-annually, so 12 times 2, 24 payments remaining. I is the market rate or the yield. Present value, of course, is what we're trying to find. Payments. Now, payments refer to coupon payments, and those are based off the bond rate, so 0.07, payable twice a year, so we divide it by 2, and multiply it by that face value. And we get $875. Speaking of face value, that face value is $25,000. And payments are twice a year, hence payable semi-annually, and compounding also twice per year. Look at the yield. So now we punch all that in, and we get our present value. Feel free to pause me for a sec while you double check all that. Now, a little bit of intuition, okay? You may have gotten your number already. As our bond rate is 7%. The market is paying 5%. Our bond is much more desirable. So we are expecting a purchase price higher than the face value. We expect this bond to trade at a premium. Question 2, the bond traded at a discount because its interest rate was less desirable. This one will trade at a premium. And in fact, when we find the present value, or we find the purchase price, we get $29,471 and about 25 cents. So it does trade at a premium. How much is the premium? Well, that equals to the bond purchase price minus the face value, and we get a little under $5,000 premium that this bond trades at. We could again looked at question 2 and looked at the difference between the purchase price and the face value. We've gotten a negative number, hence it trades at a discount. All right. Okay, so that ends this particular clip on sort of like the more straightforward bond questions. Do not ignore the fun ones, where the realistic case, where that bond is traded between interest coupon payment dates, and it's just a little bit more fun to work through that problem.